week?
Good. Good. It was much needed. Just take some time to rest, reset mentally, physically, so we can get after it for the rest of the season.
What do you think's bigger for you personally at this juncture in the season and for the offense, the mental reset or the physical rest?
I think it's a combination of both. I think for me, the physical part was definitely huge. But I mean, just as a team, just be able to just kind of wash away the stuff, the bad things that happened, and be able to look back and continue to grow from the good things that happened. The mental reset was good as well. I think they go hand in hand.
Have you played at altitude before in college or high school at all?
Um, oh, I don't think so.
Is there a trick? Like, if you asked like players that, like, I know Jordan played there, Rome played there, have you asked any of them kind of what to do, or is it just kind of, you guys talked about it at all?
Not much. It's kind of something that's really out of our control. The only thing is, to take care of yourself as much as you can, with your nutrition and pushing fluids. Aside from that, I think that, we're trying to be in tip-top shape, conditioning-wise, regardless. Hope that, what we have built up so far will be able to carry us through regardless of, altitude.
How seriously are the guys taking that message about hydration and the elevation? You only go there every 8 years as an NFC team. I remember 8 years ago the guys were downplaying it all week, and then after the game they said, "Oh, it was actually a big deal." Are guys taking it to heart, and what's been the reception of that message?
I think I can only really speak for myself, in terms of what exactly I'm doing to prepare for it. I feel like guys take that stuff seriously regardless, just in terms of keeping hydration up. We've got this stuff in the bathroom stalls, so we can constantly check hydration. We do tests weekly. I think it's always needed, but definitely for me, being a guy who's just recently dealing with soft tissue stuff, the more I can focus on the nutrition and the hydration stuff, the better off I'll be regardless.
When you look at the
What do you,
sorry, go ahead.
what do you think the biggest thing is for you guys to get on track offensively and get that consistent thing going? What's the biggest thing you guys got to focus on, do you think?
I think the biggest thing for us is just being able to execute consistently, just with a simple game plan. I think we've done simple things in the past, but just not able to, execute here and there. That's caused us to, be in situations that we don't want to be in. The more we can just, take what teams are giving us and just, find some consistency, when we're just trying to, chip away at a team, the better off we'll be. I think we just got to find a rhythm. And build up some momentum, and then we'll be able to roll it. We just been finding that rhythm and that momentum a little too late.
The fact that they had a game where they got 70 laid on, how do you look at that as a future opponent? You're looking at them. You've seen other games, but how do you look at that? Do you look at that as an outlier, or you just say that was a bad day, or how do you look at that?
I think we look at it as an outlier. I think that the NFL is different week to week. Any team can beat any team any week. I think we see what Miami did and what made them so successful, and we kind of try to learn from that and see if we can take some things away from that. But at the end of the day, I think that they've had games like that, and then they've had games where we think they played pretty well. We're taking it as it is, but I think that it was definitely an outlier.
Christian, coming off this bye, coming off a couple losses, how would you compare this to last year, and were there any lessons you learned? Because I remember you guys went on the road for a bunch of games there, and you thought you'd get one at Washington or at Detroit, and it kind of snowballed. You got the late win streak, but it wasn't quite enough. What's the message this year, and how do you make sure that this mini slide doesn't become a bigger one that kind of wrecks the season?
We just gotta be able to take the 24 hours after a game to learn and grow. From what we did, failure-wise and mistake-wise, and just be able to move on. We got to take it week by week. We can't let anything that happened the week previous, affect the next week. And I think we've done a good job of that. I think the energy coming in, going into the week on Wednesday, it was really good. I don't think that we're down on ourselves at all right now. I think that we have faith still and we believe in ourselves. So it's got to continue to have that mentality, just take it week by week.
What is? Sorry,
Is that something that you learned from going through it last year, or is there anything you take away from what happened last year?
I think it's just something that you got to learn, just being in the league, at all. So, obviously, last year being my first year, I definitely learned that last year. But, it's a tough game we play, and like I kind of was alluding to earlier. Anything can happen each and every week. You just got to be able to just take it one day at a time, one game at a time.
What does Patrick Surtain do well?
It's a lot of things. Obviously, he has a lot of confidence in himself. You can tell by the way he plays. Really good feet, really reactive. You just got to find ways to use that, against him. When you feel like you can kind of, set up a route, and just make him jump routes and stuff like that. But he's got really good feet. He's really instinctive. He's got to find ways to make plays anyways.
Is that something you look forward to? Is going up against a high caliber corner like that?
Yeah, no, for sure. I enjoy the competition. Competition is a big reason. I love doing what I'm doing. So anytime I get to compete, against one of the best is, I look forward to it for sure.